Hello, you lovely, lovely people. Wow, it's the day after, the night before, and it's about, what time is it? 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I've still got a hangover. My head still hurts. But anyway, when I did the live this morning, I said in the live that I was going to pop over and see the lads that I was drinking with last night, the local Filipinos, which I didn't. I thought it was wise not to do that. And spoke to the wife today, and she's okay. She's coming home tomorrow, I believe, after the funeral. But what I did do today, I went into Dipolog City, moved their location because my neighbours was just going to put some music on, so I just come here. So yeah, I went into Dipolog City. Not on this. I didn't go on that. I got Habal for safety. I got a tricycle, and the price hadn't increased that much because my neighbour normally gets a tricycle, and she normally pays 500 pesos, and it was 600 for me today, so that wasn't too bad. I'm not driving that. The brakes don't work or anything. So you know, Mira's family left me the death trap. No, I wasn't riding that. But anyway, when I was in Dipolog today, what I did notice was a lack of cars, because it's normally, what day is it today? Tuesday, and it's the end of the month, so people, you know, they'll be getting paid, so it would normally have been very busy, but it wasn't. So there's definitely a reduction of vehicles on the road because of the gasoline, obviously. And when I come back, the rooster chorus, I had a little look on YouTube because I had some spare time today, because I haven't got my little boy demanding me to go here and go there, which I am missing my little boy, really am, and my wife, really am. I'll be pleased when they come back. But anyway, I went onto YouTube and I saw a video. That's a loud one. That's a loud one. Bo Selector. And I can't remember his name, but I saw a video today called Death by 1,000 Cuts in the Philippines. So I started watching it, and I could relate to all of it. Meaning, if you let it, it will grind you down here. It will grind you down. And he was saying about the noise. We all know about the noise, people, don't we? We all know about the noise. You know, the video keys, the motorcycles without any mufflers. And I think one of the major things that people might not be able to put up with here is not just these here, the dogs barking and stuff, but the heat. The heat, especially if you come from Northern Europe, you know, where we don't really get a lot of heat. Now, I can cope with it okay, but these are just a few things that can, you know, deter you or break you down. Break you down. And there were many things there, like, you know, trying to get things done with the bureaucracy. Trying to get things done here is not as simple as what it is back home. Meaning, you might have to go to different places. Like, when we paid the land tax on this land, and we did it last week, it was 104 pesos, right? That's all it was for the tax, for, you know, for here, the land tax, 104 pesos. But it wasn't just as simple as going and paying for it in one place. We had to go into the municipality, go in the land office there, and take our title, and it says how much land we've got. And they divided, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you owe this much. I said, okay. And they said, like, I went to pay it. They said, no, sir, you got to go out and you got to pay at the window. So we went there, paid at the window, got the receipt, went back, and it was done, you know. But, which isn't a hardship. It isn't a hardship. But I remember when we were getting something else done, I can't remember what it was. It was something to do when we were getting the titles and that for here, because it was a bit of a nightmare getting all that. But we did eventually get it. And we had to get barangay clearances and Sadolas or Sadonas, whatever they called, you know, from the barangay and from Pinion Municipal. And it's all these things that can grind you down, where things are not quite as easy. Noisy neighbours. Noisy neighbours. Now, if you're renting, it's an easy fix, isn't it? You can just get up and you can move location. But I guarantee you, unless you've got an hectare around you clear, you will get noise wherever you live. Or unless you live in a subdivision. Normally, if you're in a subdivision, there are more strict laws in a subdivision. And they are implemented. I remember when I was in a subdivision here with that first woman I was with, and there was no chickens allowed in there, no loud music, because everyone normally works in a subdivision, like they do here, but they just don't care. So there's all of these little things that can, death by 1,000 cuts. Perhaps the easiest thing here is the visa system. In my opinion, when I was on a tourist visa, I never had a problem. And the guy that I used to go to, the same as everybody else when they went to him, he would even fill in your form as well. You know, I'd fill in your form. Pay the money, away you go. So the visa system here is very, very easy. So nobody can complain about that, I don't think. What people might complain about is the increasing cost all the time, I believe. With this what's it called? Express lane fee. There's no such thing, is there? Or there wasn't, you know, when I was getting a tourist visa. You know, before, I had to wait for my passport to come back. And sometimes it was 2 or 3 weeks, because here in Dipolog, it's just like a satellite office, and you used to take your passport down to Os Amis and implement it there. But there are many little things here that can niggle you and just, you know, drag you down. Maybe the communication as well. And I think what you got to realise here is, when you're drinking with the local Filipinos, after a few drinks, they will talk to you very openly. And you think, oh, these are great. And it's getting dark now. These are great. But when you might see them the following day when they haven't had a drink, they won't talk to you. But don't be offended by that, because it's just how they are. It's just, they get shy. And the alcohol, with a lot of us, it lessens your inhibitions, doesn't it? And they start talking. But the following day, most of them probably won't. And that can be a little bit, you think, well, why were they talking to me yesterday? And I thought they were my friends, and today they've just totally ignored me. Don't be offended by that. It's just how they are. And I think traffic here, where I am is okay. But if you're in a city, oh God, it's murder. It really is. It's proper murder. You know, in Dipolog, during especially dinner times, when everyone comes out of their offices and they go for dinner, it can be an absolute nightmare. You know, when I was driving the van, stop start, and the heat. I think that's going to be one of the most challenging things, I think, for people, is heat. I mean, if you have aircon, obviously, you know, you don't want to be in your bloody apartment all the time under your air conditioning, do you? Otherwise, you aren't doing anything. It's pointless being here if you aren't going out anywhere. But to me, it doesn't really bother me. My wife, she's accustomed to it, isn't she? But I think my wife complains about the heat more than I do, and she is accustomed to it. But for me, it doesn't really bother me. The humidity gets me more than the heat. That's what gets me. And in these challenging times which we are facing now, more and more people, I think, will be turning to solar, because we will be having scheduled brownouts. There is no question. I'm looking at my generator here. There, under here. I'm looking at my generator. Now, I've got fuel for it. Oh, look, I'm spinning this gimbal all over the place. I've got fuel for it down here. But if they schedule brownouts here, I will only use that just for the router, only when I need to. But the shop in Dipolog today, the solar shop, it's a big shop, can't remember its name, but I saw many people in there, And generally, and I'm getting bit by mosquitoes, so I need the off lotion very, very soon, people. So I will be gone soon. I saw more people in there than I ever have done before. Filipinos. And also, I'm not seeing so many foreigners here in Dipolog. I'm not seeing so many as I used to. Don't know why. Mind you, it was a hot day, so maybe they were staying in the apartment with the aircon. But generally speaking, when I used to go out, you would see 10 foreigners, maybe. 10 foreigners. And I walked along the Air Boulevard, again sunburnt look, again, but I don't care. I was killing time. I was killing time today. And I was reading articles as well, and they were saying more foreigners are actually going to Cambodia and Vietnam and Thailand. I don't know why. I've never been to them countries. But they are saying that more and more foreigners are choosing there. And someone said it was cheaper as well in Vietnam than the Philippines. I don't know. As I say, it's getting dark now, isn't it? Look, it's getting dark. You're not going to see my face in a minute. So with that being said, I will be going in a minute. But yeah, living in the Philippines, a death by 1,000 cuts. I can totally get that. And I suppose it can get, it can grind you down. It can grind you down. With me, some things grind me down, but I just pick myself up and get on with it. And when I am feeling like a little bit down, I'll just look at my little boy and he cheers me up. And that's the whole part and parcel of my life right now. And I just look at my little boy and I think, yeah, look, it's all worth it, Steve. It's all worth it. Anyway, I might do a live tomorrow. I might do a live tonight. I don't know. I've got time on my hands because my wife isn't here. And it's not that I'm doing it because she's not here. I'm doing them because my little boy isn't tugging at my ankles. Saying, Dad, can we go to the river fishing? Dad, can we go here? Can you take me to Buddoy's? Can you take me here? So I'm at a loose end, really. I am at a loose end. Now, I know like a lot of you guys love being on your own. I used to as well. But these days, it's too quiet. It's too quiet for me. Now, I could quite easily go and have a San Miguel this evening, but I don't want to. I had my fill last night with the local people. I'm still suffering today. So, as far as I'm concerned, no more alcohol for a while. And get this damned alcohol out my system. This head banging. It's moved from there to here. Oh, God. Getting old, people. Getting old, and just getting old. Anyway, people, listen, thank you for listening to this video. So, death by 1,000 cuts. Let me know what you think. I'm over and out before you can't see me anymore. Bye-bye, people. Over and out.